This is the continuation. This YouTube 2. Oh,
you're all right.
Sorry. 201, I guess. For lack of other numbers, it could have been 102, I guess. Which is really about further advanced YouTube setup stuff and some information about flipping the classroom. This is an example of flipped classroom video from the guy that invented the flipped classroom. It's now posted on 10.
You probably already know that everything is made up of little tiny things called atoms. You might even know that each atom is made up of even smaller particles called protons, neutrons, and electrons. And you've probably heard that atoms are small. But I'll bet you haven't ever thought about how small atoms really are. Well, the answer is that they are really, really, really small. So you ask, just how small are atoms? Well, to understand this, let's ask this question. How many atoms are in a grapefruit? Well, let's assume that the grapefruit is made up of only nitrogen atoms, which isn't at all true, but there are nitrogen atoms in a grapefruit. Well, to help you visualize this, let's blow up each of the atoms to the size of a blueberry. And then how big would the grapefruit have to be? It would have to be the same size of, well, actually, the Earth. That's crazy. You mean to say that if I filled the Earth with blueberries, I would have the same number of nitrogen atoms as a grapefruit? That's right. So how big's the atom? Well, it's really, 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 really small. And you know what? It gets even more crazy. Let's now look inside of each atom, and that's the blueberry, right? What do you see there? In the center of the atom is something called the nucleus, which contains protons and neutrons. And on the outside, you'd see electrons. So how big is the nucleus? Well, if atoms are like blueberries in the Earth, how big would the nucleus be? You might remember the old pictures of the atom from your science class, where you saw this tiny dot on the page with an arrow pointing to the nucleus. Well, those pictures, well, they're not drawn to scale, so they're kind of wrong. So how big is the nucleus? So if you popped open the blueberry and were searching for the nucleus, you know what? It would be invisible. It's too small to see. Okay, let's blow up the atom, the blueberry, to the size of a house. So imagine a ball that is as tall as a 2-story house. Let's put the nucleus in the center of the atom. And you know what? It would just barely be visible. So to get our minds wrapped around how big the nucleus is, we need to blow up the blueberry up to the size of a football stadium. So imagine a ball the size of a football stadium, and right smack dab in the center of the atom, you would find the nucleus. And you could see it. And it would be the size of a small marble. And there's more. If I haven't blown your mind by now, let's consider the atom some more. It contains protons, neutrons, and electrons. The protons and neutrons live inside of the nucleus and contain almost all of the mass of the atom. Way on the edge are the electrons. So if an atom is like a ball the size of a...
Okay, we're not going to go through the whole video. The video is 5 minutes long. And it is a phenomenal video to get a student's attention around something you're going to talk about the next day, if you were a science teacher. And it took me 10 minutes to find this particular video. So if I was a science teacher looking for instance, to start the topic of atoms, what a great flip video that not only is enjoyable to watch. Now, I'm not saying you or I can make this video. And if you can, awesome. Please show me how. This guy did not make this video by himself. He had an illustrator that made this video because he and the other guy that started the flip classroom have so much kind of backing, I guess, now behind them from other people that do this stuff. So, but it is better. Even the whole video is really good to me. It's very entertaining. It's only 5 minutes long, 5 minutes and I don't know, some seconds long. But the idea of the flip video or the flip classroom is to do something that engages your students, makes them think about whatever your topic is. So the next day in class, when you're doing projects, when you're talking about stuff, they already have that intro to the topic and really know what your subject and your objective is for that day. So for us today, we're going to talk specifically about YouTube first and then about the flipped classroom later. I'm going to show you how to set up playlists, how to link the playlist to Moodle. because what Mike asked earlier was, if I start putting all these videos on YouTube, how do I make it so that it can find it? So the best way is to set up a playlist of your chapters, and then just link that playlist to Moodle, and I'm done. I don't ever have to go back to Moodle. I never have to go and edit Moodle. I just upload a video, and it's already there. I upload a video, and it's already there. Okay? I'm going to show you how to link it in Moodle, how to add outside videos, because it's not all about our content, it's about the content we find. You could make a playlist that has nothing of yours, and it's all other people's stuff that I can use without ever making any of my own content. And I'm going to show you how to do that. I'm going to show you how to kind of make your channel a preferred channel so that you can, students when they go to it, see the stuff you want them to see. And we're going to look at the advanced settings, and then we're going to talk about the flipped classroom at the end. So first thing we want to do is everybody should log on to YouTube. So we're going to get, and once you're logged onto YouTube, you should see your new YouTube channel name up here instead of your email address. So whatever that channel name was that you made earlier today is what you'll see up in the right-hand corner when you're logged on. This is a test account, NTHS test user, which didn't have the 15 minutes removed because it was just, I set up for this test, okay, for this instruction part. So is everybody logged on to YouTube? That's fine. If you didn't log off, you're ready. Okay, so once I'm logged on to YouTube, if I click there, I should be able to click to see my channel. So if I click on my name, one of the things I should see is my channel, and I want you to click on my channel, which will take you to your YouTube channel as opposed to just YouTube gunk that I've got in the middle of my page right now. And when I get to my YouTube channel, it should look something like this. Okay? Now when students come to your channel, right now this is what they're going to see. And I really don't want them to see NTHS test user, and you don't really want them to see that name you made up. You want them to see maybe Mr. Cheney's PE page or Mike Eiler's English page. And we can change all those things. We can't change this name that is up over here, but we can change the stuff we see in the middle right here by clicking on channel settings. So the first thing we're going to do is click on channel settings inside our channel. And we're going to set up some of the information. And the first thing I want to go to here is where it says info and settings. So is everybody here at the channel? Judy's squinting like she's not at the channel. You are at the channel. And you clicked on my channel settings, and you clicked on info and settings. You were there.
Look over there, channel settings.
Okay, so you wanted to click on back here when we were back one page. I want you to click on channel settings right there. I tried to put blue arrows on it. See? Okay, so we're right here, and we're going to click on info and settings, and that's where I can set up what I actually want to show on my page. I put the NT Tech Guy test page on mine just to have something. I put any description in there. I can put Mr. Mike Eiler's English page, and then the description, you can put Mike Eiler is a famous English teacher at National Trail High School who's adored by all of his fans and teaches English 12 and whatever you want to put in your description. English Emporium. Okay. Whatever you want to put, and you can change this anytime you want. Okay, this is not a locked thing.
And we only have one channel, right?
You only have one channel,
Right.
and then you're going to be able to make inside your YouTube channel different playlists for your different classes. So this is going to be Mrs. Tinsman's channel,
No, it's not.
and then inside that it can be
Miss Tinsman.
Miss Tinsman. I'm sorry.
That's my sister-in-law, my mother.
I'm sorry. Tell your mother you set up her channel for her. Okay, so when I'm done setting those things, if I click done editing, I will see the difference there. Now it says the new information that I just set in the top. Okay? And we're going to go right back into channel settings. I just wanted to show you that so I can show you some other settings. We're going to go right back into channel settings and set some other stuff. Here is where on that first one you can set a background color. Down here at the bottom it says choose a color. You can make a background image. I can set my avatar. All of that first thing. By the way, the avatar is your little icon or picture of you if you want them to see it. You don't have to have an avatar, but if you want it to, like Mr. Alexander's avatar might be pie. You know, he might just you can put a picture of anything. I didn't mean a piece of pie, I meant the pie symbol. Okay, so your avatar can be whatever you want to. If you're an English teacher, you can have it be a picture of a book. Ernest Hemingway, there we go. Hit channel settings. And then now we're right here, so you can pick a background color, go to background picture. These are just basic channel. These are prettiness. So if you're not a teacher, you might want it to be prettier than if you're an English teacher.
I might be black and imposing. You're so intimidated when it comes to this channel.
I'm gonna stay with red.
Yeah, so it's just Elspire.
We change it every day to match your outfit.
Over there.
Oh.
It's big.
Okay,
It's
so-
over there.
So those are some basic channel settings that you can make it say be the color you want. I didn't pick an avatar for this one. For my other one, I've just got a picture of I think my family or something. I don't know what I got. Is my avatar. Okay, the last one on there is that where it said tabs down there. This is where Todd, you set the default for everything on your channel. Okay, that's where you can say, if you go under tabs where you can say whether they can subscribe, those first things that we saw when we set up the channel, that's where we can change those things. And like I said, I only have the default that they can subscribe, everything else is a per video basis. I can change that when I want to. I also have it set up so the default tab is featured material. There's a drop down there because then I can feature a video or I can feature a playlist, meaning if they go to my channel, that's what they see first. And you can play with those later as far as how you want your channel to look when you set that up. Why don't you look?
No, I missed. I found it.
You found it, okay.
Feed. Gotcha.
Okay, when we're done here, all you have to do is click done editing, and again, you can come back in here and play with how you want your channel to look anytime you want to. So right now, because I just set it up that way, my channel looks like this. It has a spot where I can add a featured video, where I can add my featured playlists. We're going to show you playlists later, but this is where I can put my current playlist for my current material that I'm currently going over. So I'll have my hardware one says chapter 3 up top. When they come to my page, they see the videos that are on the current one I'm going on. So when Mike has 300 videos next year, he can just have the playlist for the chapter he's on show up on his channel. They can browse all of them, but you want to make it easier for them to find. So we're going to set up a couple playlists first. Okay, and we do that over here. Everybody,
Settings, feed settings, do we want,
just I would leave it featured.
leave this as is?
Yes, and then actually I don't. I put display until approved. That way you have to approve for them to put anything on your site, and then you hit that editing.
Teacher Barney Mr. Sanderson, to the high school office, please.
Okay, so now if everybody could click on Video Manager. Time out.
I'm not very well.
Because I haven't used anything yet. That's why I haven't. So go use Video Manager.
Yeah, click that on the right hand side. My channel. There you go.
Yeah, I did that, but I didn't.
Now you got the playlist over there on the side.
Okay.
Oh.
Channel settings.
I don't get all, well, how come I don't have stuff here?
Because we have settings.
You don't have anything yet. You don't have anything in your channel, and I'm going to show you how to make some playlists
That's where you
first.
can change
Alright.
this to.
We're waiting for Lon.
I told you it was like
Tabs.
Is this on a PowerPoint on the?
Yes. Yeah. I shared both the PowerPoints, or actually all three of the PowerPoints, to everybody on the staff, so you can look at them.
They're on blended learning.
And they're on the blended learning one, and the videos on the blended learning.
Merci.
Are you yawning or?
No.
Thank you.
Sorry, so I made it.
think this is on,
But
that's what it
my
tells me.
personal one is senior year one, so it's basically all school stuff anyways. And I went to link them together, so I just posted them.
You can, but you can go like this. You can add your other channels to this channel, so that when they come here, but there isn't any way to like. But you can
No,
add
so-
ones from the other one to this
Yeah, that's
playlist.
already.
Today, yeah.
So it is linking them together.
Pretty
I
much.
can do it.
Okay, so are we ready to click on Video Manager? We're gonna click on Video Manager up here. And we're gonna get here. And you guys won't have anything in the middle because
No videos.
you haven't uploaded any videos yet.
I've
You
been-
might have some if you've uploaded some videos. You might have some. Lon has uploaded some. Okay, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you how to make a playlist. So we're gonna click on the word playlist, and it's empty. So to make a playlist, right over here on the top right hand side, there's a button that says plus new playlist. And if I click on that, it's to make a playlist. Now, I have playlists for every single chapter. And I started out with my class name dash the chapter. So it says hardware chapter 1, hardware chapter 2. If you only teach one subject, you could get away with chapter 1, chapter 2, or like tectonics and the solar system if you want to do them by subject instead of chapter. But if you're doing multiple ones, it might be easier to say might be better to say art 1 dash clay. I don't know what. Totally at a loss. I've never taken art course, so, which would be self-evident if you ever saw me draw. So up here in the playlist, in this case I typed computer hardware, and then I put playlist for all computer hardware related videos. And I will tell you that you can have videos in more than one playlist. So I do have one that's a playlist for the class that has all those videos, and then I also have a playlist for chapters. So as soon as you're done typing in what you want to title the playlist, you just click the button that says create playlist, and you'll have a playlist, and it'll automatically open up to that playlist.
Can you put a playlist inside a playlist?
Playlist not
You're gonna
inside
have,
the
like,
playlist.
calculus and then have chapters inside that one?
They're not really inside, but you can make, when you put out video, you can say it's part of calculus and chapter 1, and calculus and chapter 2. So if they go to calculus, they see all your videos, and if they go to chapter 1, they see all your calculus. Kind of cross-linking them both. They're not really inside of, but kind of.
So to do like calculus chapter 1, you have 2 playlists or something? You have calculus like English chapter 1, you have 2 playlists, the English 11, and then the chapter 1 playlist.
That's what I do.
Okay.
I have a playlist for the course, and I have a playlist for each chapter.
Okay.
You don't have to have the one for the whole course. You can just have it for chapter.
But you can have them in both playlists.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So here is where I can edit if I want to. I have to leave it public if they're going to be able to use it. If I make it private, they're not going to. It's my own playlist. I can change the description there. Down here under settings, will I allow others to embed this playlist? In other words, can other people put it in their site and allow others to like or dislike this playlist? You could check or uncheck that. Those 2 options, I just leave them checked, but it doesn't matter. If you don't want them to be able to like your playlist, you can uncheck that too. Okay, so here we are at a basic playlist, and the first thing I wanted to show you is how to add other people's videos to it, because there's tons of other people's videos, millions and billions. I don't know how many are on YouTube, but of those, I'm sure you'll find something that you like. At some point, you're going to want to add to a playlist for a chapter. So to add one, first of all, we have to go find a video. So where'd I go to? Am I getting off my own flow? Oh, okay. I went in and just went back to Video Manager to show that I've got a playlist. I think I added a bunch of playlists first. I did. So I think this is where I was going to let you add a couple playlists for your class instead of moving on.
Let's go back.
So if I'm back here at the playlist, and I added another channel for advanced tech, and then I saved them, and I added another channel for my other one. So if you want to add a couple channels just so you practice it while we're here.
Do you hit save?
Yeah, you have to hit save if the channel's not saved.
Okay.
And once you save, you can go back to Video Manager,
Okay.
and then you can, you've got a bunch of playlists.
Yeah, I've done.
already added a bunch. Okay.
I haven't done world studies though, so.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm searching for
Oh,
video.
is that what we're doing? Make
Isn't
a
that what you
playlist.
said?
No.
I thought you said go.
Uh,
Uploads boxes.
got it. Okay. So, okay, just making sure.
And I was searching for one in there.
Okay. So, has everybody added more than one playlist? Got how to add playlists down? Not really, nothing overly complicated about it, but if you want to stay organized with your YouTube site, it's a must. Okay, so I've added a bunch. I've got hardware, and I've got hardware chapter 1 and hardware chapter 2, and then I've got one for my advanced tech. I really have all those together right now. They're kind of messy. So I'm going to show you how to, I guess I linked it to Moodle next, and then I kind of did this out of order. So I'll show you how to link the playlist into Moodle, because once you link a playlist, then you don't have to keep doing individual files, and kind of makes it easier. So I'm going to use the chapter 1 playlist of mine to show you how to do it that I made here. So you click on the playlist, and it's empty, but that doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm on the chapter 1 playlist right now. It's empty, there's nothing in it, that's okay. I'm going to go up here and get the address of the playlist, the whole address, and then I'm going to go to a Moodle class, and I'm going to turn editing on, and I'm going to add a resource, and I'm going to link to a website, and I'm going to add chapter 1 YouTube videos, and I'm going to paste that address down here. And the idea there now is, and I'm going to say new window before I hit save. The idea is that now I've got this playlist of all my chapter 1 videos. I never have to do anything with Moodle again. Okay, on chapter 1. As I do each daily class, I upload it into chapter 1 videos, and every single time my students come back and click there, there's different videos there, or new videos there. It makes it easier for me, because I don't want to have to go update 2 places, right? I only want to update 1. I posted a playlist, and now every time I upload something to the playlist, the videos are just magically there when they click on it.
All right, go back 3 slides and do that again.
Okay?
Can you add that as a sidebar?
You certainly could. You could add it wherever you want to. Add it wherever you want to. So I'm going to turn editing on.
So we gotta go to.
You're in Moodle.
Anywhere, any Moodle spot you want to. I'm going to add a resource, and then specifically the one that says link to a file or website. I can name it whatever I want to, but because these are chapter 1 videos, I made the link say chapter 1 videos. And I added the address of the playlist down here where it says location. Okay? And then I said I wanted to open a new window.
Just copy and paste it.
And then I hit save at the bottom.
Just
Okay.
philosophical. So if you had a group of freshmen,
That's what I was going to say.
see, mine are each one separate. When they look, it says September 29, blank, blank. If you got a computer savvy enough kids, they know all my recordings are in this YouTube video box.
Yes.
I'm just saying, for somebody, some kids not gonna look and say.
And I'll tell you, this is all of my stuff for chapter 1. That is not to say there's nowhere else in my Moodle course I link anything. Because in my flip video assignment, the video is also there. But this is where, when I record my classes on a daily basis and I upload them, I don't have to do anything other than upload them. Go to lunch. Because it's already linked down here. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to go to mine.
I'm just saying, for instance, this is for you or for the student.
When
It's for the students that are
I
absent.
don't know.
I know, I'm saying, with a student,
Chapter 3.
I'm thinking of my 14, I'm not thinking kids in advanced computer class. I'm thinking of kids who are still trying to find the on and off button on their tablet.
Okay, so it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
If they're trying, at the bottom of all my classes is a link that says class videos posted to YouTube. If they've missed a class, they have to make something up, they want to review something, they know that they click there, they go to my YouTube channel, and here's the stuff for chapter 2. And they have to find the one that's for that date and then they click on it and watch it. That isn't to say that it doesn't exist anywhere else, because like right here was the actual assignment, and then the actual assignment is that, you know, this was a sub-day assignment. So they were to watch that video, these are part of my playlist, but they're also posted in there. They were to watch those 3, then write this paper. And if they had time at the end, I had a supplemental video for those people who got time.
I'm just trying to, my audience is different than your audience. I got kids who are still picking their nose and things like that.
So, and that it depends on, I guess my thing is that I don't want to have, if you're going to try to record your classes on a daily basis, you don't want to have to go into Moodle on a daily basis.
I know.
But on individual assignments of watch this video, I'm not going to just have it down on the playlist.
I think as long as they know where to go.
Right. I mean, if you finally
You
document
say,
that every
put it on this video,
Yeah.
link.
Okay,
They
so,
always know it's at the bottom.
so when you made the link,
Mom and Dad
we
go,
don't have to have
Mom
videos
and Dad
to make the link,
No,
right?
no.
Okay,
If they click on it, it's going to
make the
open and be empty.
You typed in the name, and then what did you? I did
Well,
added
not
resource.
posting everything to there.
You link it to a
Mine
website,
says
right?
September
Right, you
29.
put in whatever name you want,
Right.
and that's the location of that playlist. That's the address that we copied from here.
Johnny.
Oh, I had to copy the address.
Yeah, we needed the
Alright.
address when we were
Alright.
back here on the playlist. I needed this address.
Alright.
Even though it's empty right now.
I'll make it as easy as possible
Hey,
for my
Brian.
little kiddos.
Yeah.
I have 2 videos that I need in
Alright.
one playlist. How do I get them? Did you go over that and I missed it?
I will. No, I'm going to show you how to do it.
There we go.
So, but I just missed that one.
Alright.
So that's the next thing. Okay, so that's how you link the playlist into Moodle, and how to do individual videos. We did in YouTube 101, right? You just embed the individual videos in there as well. This is just a way for you to be able to record stuff and not have to do extra work. If you're concerned about your students not being able to find it, then you might have to post it individually.
Thank you.
Okay, the advantage of playlists is you don't have to update Moodle. You've got all your videos together in one thing. You just simply add the videos to that playlist. And I'm assuming no playlist is ever going to get that long in a chapter. I mean, you're not going to have 30 videos in one chapter in a class, most likely. Okay, this chapter, actually, this last one was the longest one I've ever had because I had 2 sub-days, and each sub-day had 4 different videos, and I linked them in my video.
Now, Brian, when you post this into your playlist, does that make them, what if they take them down out of YouTube? Does that save
Okay.
them?
No, that does not save them. So the concern is, what if you're linking to somebody else's video
Yeah.
and they take them down off Moodle, or I mean off of YouTube? They're gone.
You can't save them.
Well, you could save them, but I mean, right now, the way we're doing it right now,
Yeah.
that I'm going to show you the link to them, it's not.
Okay.
If you download them, here's the only thing. If you download it and save it, and they take it off YouTube, am I allowed to reload it? I don't know. It's their stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to reload
Well,
it
that
on
really
YouTube.
ticks me off when they do that.
I don't know. I mean,
If you give them credit.
I have all
Originally-
kinds
I don't know if you
videos
get it.
that have
Maybe
disappeared.
if you do, maybe if you put it in the description of the video,
Originally
originally
downloaded
uploaded by
Yeah.
I don't know.
Deb
I've had
Sochet.
Yeah, I've
I
had
don't
so many good videos that have disappeared.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an intellectual property right thing. If it's for education,
That one guy that we listened to in the summer would have gone to listen to that.
Yeah, right. He was right. That's right.
what do you mean?
The boot
Oh,
camp.
the intellectual property issue.
Yeah.
Because
The boot camp guy would have.
I don't
I
know.
would have said you can't upload
Yeah.
somebody else's video, even if you give them.
I
Yeah,
don't
because
know.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
I disagree with that because I use some
There you
stuff.
go.
But if you upload somebody else's stuff, even if you give them credit, is that I don't know.
If you get permission from them, it's absolutely.
Well, I'm not saying permission. Obviously, if you get permission,
Yeah.
but
Well, that it comes down to them at that point.
Yeah. I don't know.
okay. So that's why I do it that way. That's why I link a playlist to Moodle, is to make it easier for me. Okay, so we're gonna add some outside videos to our playlist. In order to do that, if I go into editing my playlist, so open one of your playlists and hit the edit playlist button. And then you're going to have to find, you open up another tab and find any YouTube video you want. Because you need to have a YouTube video to do it.
So we gotta go to.
That's what I was trying to do. I did a question.
What's
NGCAD it is.
Yeah.
You just click the up down button. Is that what you're asking?
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Click the box over there.
I
That's where
want
it'll
to
go.
find one that's like decent.
Okay, so if you've got some YouTube video, you need to copy the address up here. We need that address in order to add it to our playlist, okay? So copy the address up top, and then go back where you're editing your playlist. And right here, there's a button that says Add Video by URL. That's how you can add anybody else's videos into your own playlists, okay? So Add Video by URL, it just asks you then to paste the URL in that box, and then you click the Add button, and that video becomes part of your playlist. There you go.
So just copy and paste the URL.
Yeah, just copy and paste the URL into your little ad spot there,
Can you
and
just
it
click-
becomes part of your playlist.
Can you just click the add to button? Can you just click the add to button?
No, I didn't even see
Yeah.
that before, man.
I learned, I taught you.
Oh.
Oh, top right.
Oh my
top
gosh.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh.
there's even an easier way apparently.
Oh my gosh,
Man, where were you yesterday when I was doing all this work?
Sleeper.
Okay, I'm gonna go to a YouTube video. If you're at the YouTube video, right here it says Add to,
No,
and you can add
Hello,
it to
this is
another
Steve McDonald
playlist.
from Text.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you should.
There we go. So you can click Add to, and I can see there's all
Hello,
my
this is Steve
playlists.
McDonald from Tech Skills.
Shh. There's all my playlists, and I can just click on a playlist, and it just add it. I wish I had done that because I really didn't want it added to that playlist, but oh well. So now I just added it to my chapter 5 playlist. I did not realize you could do that.
Thanks, man.
It's new, yeah, it's a new button. That button was never not there yesterday.
Yes,
Yeah,
it was. I
they
used
just
it
need to
before.
Have you?
Yeah.
I did not know you could do it that easily.
I was trying to.
He told me.
Thank you.
Mine doesn't have the add to.
Do you think you have to do add one first and then after that it pops up?
Do we have to write?
Yeah, see, he didn't have that there.
Ah,
It's not there.
I don't know.
Does it only show you that in Chrome? He's in Firefox.
No,
I'm in
Are you?
I'm in
Firefox.
Explorer.
It don't matter.
Well, now we know both ways. Click the Add to, or we can put it in there by hitting that Add button. I did not know you could do that.
What am I going to do?
Crazy.
There it is.
Look at that.
Did you find it?
No.
No? The advantage of adding other people's YouTubes to your playlist is not just for your students, it's also for you. If you want to remember to use that later in a class and you've stumbled upon a really good video, if you add it to one of your playlists, you'll be able to find it again. You may not find it by just searching YouTube. It's a lot harder to find things again. I routinely stumble across good videos and then go, where was that? And wish I had kept it. In fact, you could make a YouTube playlist just called Interesting Videos and add ones that you find that you think you might want to use later to that.
that's such a great idea. Whoa, hey, no, bad.
Once you've got more than one video added to your playlist, you can reorganize them simply by dragging them. If you've got 2 or 3 in a playlist, right over here, if you click, it gives you a little crossbar and you can drag them and order the videos in whatever order you want them to be in on your playlist. Because if you're having students go to it for chapter 2, you probably want them in the order that you hit them in class in chapter 2, not just some random order in there. So I try to keep my playlist ordered by how we got the content in class. So you can just drag those up and down to change the order of a playlist. The other way to add videos, and Deb just asked this, if you've got videos of your own, okay, and you've got a whole bunch of videos, all you have to do is check them, Deb. You check the videos you want, and then you click the add to, and you pick the playlist, and it'll add them all at one time to that playlist. Okay, so if you've got a whole bunch of videos, like what, go to my YouTube channel here real quick.
Oh wait, no, that's not showing that. Let's see.
I got a whole bunch of videos, but I only want to add certain ones to a certain chapter. I can just click on the videos on the checkbox that I want to add, and then I just go up top and I say add to, and it shows on my playlist. I can pick one, and then it just adds all those videos at the same time. That's your own videos, not the videos of somebody else.
All right, I'm not getting where it sounds crazy. What am I doing wrong? I don't know.
You don't do it from there.
No, I know that. I'm where I don't want to be, and I don't know how to get out of where I want to
Click
go.
on your name.
Okay.
You go to Video Manager.
Video Manager. Okay. All right. Now, no, this. Okay. These aren't the videos that I've got the problem with. It's in my playlist.
Oh, it's
I've got
other
two,
people's videos. That you want.
Well, yeah, I've got 2 videos that I want in one spot, and I didn't realize I've done that. Where is it? I have one Enlightenment and one Enlightenment
I see what
America.
you're saying.
I want them in the same spot.
If you copy the address and add it to the other one, delete the other
Just
one.
do
I
it
think.
that
Yeah, I
way.
think that's the only way you're going to do it.
Okay, that's fine. I'll deal with that later.
Okay, so I'm back at the Video Manager screen, and that's where I see all of them. This is where I can delete videos from. If I check them and say Actions Delete, that's where I can add them to playlists. This is where I see them after I've uploaded them in this Video Manager. And I've clicked on the Uploads tab over here, and that's when I see all those videos that I've got. In which case, this account only has 1.
Mine says monetize your videos and grow your audience. Get out of that.
Monetizing is supposed to, if you have set up all the account stuff,
Alright, so
apparently
just
if
X
enough,
out.
yeah, I would.
Now this says it's empty. I uploaded 2 videos.
You loaded to, are you in the right?
Wow.
So,
Where am I not?
If you didn't hit save, you had to hit the save at the end.
On the playlist? Okay, so what do I do with these?
No, it's fine. Just, are you trying to add a video into the playlist?
Yeah, I thought I did, but apparently I didn't.
Yeah, when you were, go ahead and hit edit. And then when you were here, if you didn't hit save when you were done, so you can go ahead and click add by your, it's probably still in your, and hit Control V, and it probably,
now I find mine.
does that work?
Well, I'm here.
Okay, so click add,
How do I go back?
and then you have to hit save,
Solve
or
earlier.
it won't actually be in
Live
there.
video.
There you go, now it's in.
Oops.
I think it's supposed to
Are they saved on
They
your?
were on here.
Because I did
One
this for this.
screen,
Normally I have
they
a
showed
video,
them, I'm gonna put them in,
but I did
I'm gonna
these.
put them in my,
I think it's best just to have a chapter one,
so right now,
link to all the songs,
here's
and the resources. I tried to make mine look like yours.
Well, that didn't work for you.
Yeah, because then you're gonna end up filling up your
Sidebar.
page with stuff in the
Well,
middle.
would you think a sidebar with like all
The links?
videos, or do you think just each chapter do?
there they are.
I have my chapters separate.
Those are the ones you've
But
uploaded.
you do
These ones
mine
I
are more
recorded
like
over in my
helpful songs to help them remember. It's not necessarily the lessons that I've gotten
now I
into
want
that.
this
Okay.
in, if you click on it.
I'll just put it.
Questions before we move on? Anybody got any?
Alright.
That didn't go where it was supposed to
Yeah. So now I started my own.
So he's uploaded all these.
I
he wants to
have
add-
2 outside videos,
he wants
and
to
I
add
want to
them
put
his
this
playlist.
one into my.
Okay, so you click it,
Click it.
click add to.
Back here.
It says add to right there.
Add by URL.
So those bits are space
Yeah.
times.
And now it's
Oh, that seems so easy.
And
And then I can kind of repeat this and we start over now.
You said you could add it to
Someone
more
get
than
rid of
one.
Yeah, you can add videos to more than one playlist. The same video can be on every
video
playlist.
will be removed.
I want to add to musical songs. There they are. So now
Okay, I'm going to show you how to put your current playlist on your chapter menu next. So on your channel, if you've got a bunch of playlists, obviously if your kids come to your channel, you only want them to really first see the stuff that is that you want them to see. So we're going to we're going to go back here, and we're going to go to our channel settings again, which was, if I click, did I not put a thing on it? I didn't. So if I go, I didn't put any of the arrows on this one. To get to our channel settings again, we just go up here, we click on our name, and we go to My Channel to get back to this page again. Okay. I kind of skipped something there, I don't know. Okay, so to add a playlist that we're using, all we do is click Add a Playlist right there. And we've already got some playlists that we made. So if we click Add a Playlist, we just pick the playlist that we want to add to our chapter. And I've got to go ahead and pick the chapter 1. And then we just click Add Selected. That's all there is to it. So okay, so we go to, click on our name, and go to My Channel. And then we click Channel Settings. Oh, no, go back one. I'm sorry. Where's the edit?
Let's see, edit. Oh, right in, tiny in the right.
Where's it at? I don't see it on
$20
top.
in the right. Says edit.
Yeah.
But
Playlist,
is that what you want?
new playlist.
I don't see it. Oh, right there. Yeah.
Chapter.
Right there. Is that the edit?
Where are we?
It's just, no, that's not it either. How did I get there?
Calculus chapter
What were you trying to do?
To add the,
Chapter 3 videos.
Feature?
oh, you know what? You didn't check. Go back to your channel settings
Okay.
Say it out loud, because we're all trying
and
to
go
do
to
it.
tabs.
And then,
And you didn't click that. You have to, under your channel settings, you have to have the featured tab selected, or you can't feature anything.
Oh,
So go to tabs. You do. You have it set.
Oh, okay.
I got it.
Then what
Okay.
did I get?
Go ahead and done editing. You should have got it right in the middle. Featured. Click featured.
Oh, there, that one. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you're here, you have to have you have to be on the featured tab here. Is everybody there now?
Yeah.
Featured tab is
Oh,
on.
yeah. We had to. She checked that. So hit done editing
Your channel settings.
and
It's featured.
go right there. Where it says featured. Right here.
Yeah.
Is everybody there now?
No.
Everybody look like this?
No, you're,
What are we at?
Is that what we're doing?
Here, on YouTube.
Featured.
Okay, so we have to have said tabs that we want to be able to do.
Really good.
Okay.
and then, channel settings.
Feature, and we can add playlists and stuff.
Brian,
Yes. With that.
what layout?
Done editing.
Featured.
I mean, I got that clicked, but it still doesn't work yours.
You wanna go
Done
to feature?
editing.
Yeah.
And you just go to feature.
Oh, switch it to that. Okay.
And that's where you can add a playlist. Okay, and you can click on. Everybody's there. So you can click Add Playlist and choose whatever chapter you're currently on.
Okay.
So it's just a drop down there to choose it.
So drop down.
Right there.
So much in here, you gotta remember.
So that's where you can click Advanced Reference Space and click Add Selected and Apply. And now on your channel, that is going to be the top of your channel as your Earth and Space videos when somebody comes to it. Right, so I have one chapter for each class.
You can have 4 featured videos.
You can have as many features. This isn't a one thing. You can have as many as you want on that page. Rachel said I have more than one class. Well, you can feature a playlist for each class, whichever chapter you're on for that class. So you just click Add Playlist, and then at the drop down you pick one. So pick R1 is this one, and then you're gonna scroll down a little bit.
So you have government.
Add have to do. It's just to highlight whatever section you're on right now on your channel if you use your YouTube a lot.
I didn't want to just.
If you don't use your own YouTube channel a lot, you don't have to feature anything. Okay? That's all it's for. And then I've got whatever current chapter I'm on in all my classes on my featured channel.
Well, like when they go.
And you have to, so I picked it, I clicked apply, and then that chapter shows up in my channel when somebody comes to it. And this is how my current channel looks. It's got chapter 2, tech writing, and I kept chapter 1 up there because I had somebody who missed a couple days and still hasn't taken
So
the
when you
first
link
test.
it to Moodle, you link it to that page right there? Or do you link it to the individual playlist?
In the chapter, it's linked to that. And chapter 1's linked to that, and chapter 2's linked to that.
Doing right
On
now.
your sidebar, you
is
got a link to
focusing on
your channel.
what I'm
Right.
doing
Right.
And then you, like, when you get started.
Okay.
So the other
You
class-
don't have to do this. This was just added to make your channel pretty. Okay, to make and make it just depends on what you want students to see when they come to your thing. Okay, you do not have to do that. Okay?
I'm sorry.
If you have the Moodle links going directly to the playlist, then you're fine without doing that.
So apply.
Okay? The only other advanced settings I would say, and we should probably do, let's go to Video Manager again. And this is where you can set the upload stuff so you don't have to pick it anymore. Okay? I go to the channel defaults right here. And that's where I can set. Oh, I'm going through all of them. I
You
guess.
jumped
Go
on.
back.
Where was?
Okay.
Something.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna actually go instead of my screen capture.
Yeah.
Thing. I think it's easier just to. Okay, so I go to up under my name. I click on that, and I go to Video Manager, which brings us to this page. And then I'm gonna scroll down and go to. Oh, it's right here. Settings. Oh, it's right there. I'm sorry. It's right underneath my name where it said settings. And this is where I can set a bunch of different things. And I went through some of this stuff as far as what information I share. I don't share almost anything. They don't need to know what I favorite, what I like, what I comment on, and what I subscribe to. So my students don't need to see those things. I just want them, so I uncheck all this stuff personally.
Where's
Okay.
that one at?
And I don't connect my
Under settings.
under settings right
Then
here.
sharing.
So you get rid of subscribe to channel?
I don't have any of those checked. My students don't need to see if I subscribe to somebody else's channel. And then under privacy, this is how I have my privacy setups. I don't care if people see how many people wanted to see. Actually, I don't want that ad thing. I don't like ad stuff. And the big thing is down here under defaults. This is where I say my stuff is public, it's educational, and where's the address? Right there, this video location. If you put in 45347 and hit search, it will put New Paris in for you if you wanted to. I always do.
This is the dumbest. My number's not done working. My number's done working. No, let's try it.
I really want to move on to this. This was extra stuff that I probably should have dropped out of this because I'm looking at the time thinking that I really wanted to get the flipped classroom stuff more than I wanted to do this anyway. So I'm going to move us ahead because that setting wasn't the most important thing I wanted to get to today. This is not my statement. This is off of the flipped classroom. One of the greatest benefits of flipping is the overall interaction increases. You get more individual interaction with your students if you flip and take away your lecture time and do more project-related stuff. And like what Todd asked this morning is, the only reason to flip is to give yourself more time interact with your students, to do stuff with your students. The purpose of the flipped classroom is just not to have them sit quietly and do homework so that you can sit in the back and play solitaire. Okay? I don't record my 80-minute class so that I can go, woo! You guys watch that at home. I'll be over here. Okay? That's not the purpose of flipping the classroom. Okay? We want to be able to walk around and interact with our classes more. This is an introduction to what the flipped classroom is.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Young, and this is my quick introduction for parents and students to the concept of the flipped classroom. Let's start by looking at how a traditional classroom is managed. For the majority of the class period, students sit in rows while the teacher lectures from the front. The students then go home and work individually on their assigned practice problems for homework. We're so used to this approach that we don't necessarily see the potential problems with it. Problem 1. The pacing of a classroom lecture does not always accommodate the varying learning speeds of the students. Problem 2. Absent students can fall behind, especially when the material builds upon itself. And 3. When at home, students might find it difficult to get help on their homework. But what if the lectures were at home and the homework was in class? It turns out the flipped classroom does exactly this, and it can help with these problems. The flipped classroom has only recently become possible given the ubiquity of modern social media. Anyone with access to an internet-connected computer or smartphone can watch lectures nearly whenever and wherever they like. If you can play Angry Birds, you can watch a lecture. With these videos, students can learn at their own pace and are more in charge of their own learning. At home, they can pause, rewind, and rewatch the videos as they take notes. For the first time, parents can see the lectures as well. Absent students needn't fall behind, and students can prepare for planned absences by working ahead. But what about homework problems? That's the other half of the flipped classroom. At the beginning of class, the teacher will review the notes that students took at home, making sure to answer any questions that they have. Then the students will work on practice problems that they used to do at home. They can work individually or in groups, getting help from the teacher whenever needed. In the flipped classroom, students, parents, and teachers are actively engaged in the learning process. The teacher addresses students instead of addressing the classroom. The students learn at their own pace and get individual help, and the parents get to see how the class is taught. That's it. If you have any more questions, please see the links listed on this video webpage.
Okay, so there's some concerns, and I kind of went over this earlier today, so I'm going to skip that TubeMate app. You can watch this. I have the thing posted, but really only 11% of our students don't have internet access at home, based on what they told us in their own survey, okay? Which is a pretty small percentage, really smaller than I would have expected. The TubeMate app, which I'm not going to show, it allows them to download any YouTube video, which is the advantage of us putting it on YouTube, straight to their tablet and watching it at home, okay? Traditional definition of the flipped classroom: videos take the place of direct instruction, allow students to get more individual time in class to work with teachers. It's called flipped because what you just saw, it flipped things around. The idea of the flipped classroom is not simply online videos. It doesn't mean it has to be videos, okay? It means any kind of content delivery at home or outside of your traditional class. It's not about replacing teachers with videos. It's not saying it's an online course. You're still coming in. They're still getting the same time they had in your classroom. You're just going to do it differently. But it still has structure, and it's not about just having kids sit in front of the computer screen in your class. It's not about just watching videos in your class. Okay? It's not about students working in isolation. It is about increasing interaction with our students, having them do more group projects, having them work together, and hopefully increasing their productivity in the class. It says it's not about the sage and the stage, about guide on the side. Direct instruction, some of it's through video, some of it's through other means, but hopefully things are all connected, and if we archive our stuff so students that weren't here get access to it, it can hopefully increase that absenteeism problem and keeping students up with our content. this is a little thing showing how teachers do it. Most teachers do it 2 to 3 videos a week, not 5. Okay, it's not about doing one every single day, and this is when it says 3 videos a week, that's on a 5-class day. So with our 3-class week, maybe it's only 2 videos a week that we're doing, okay? More class time spent doing learning labs and interactive activities than we had time to do in the past. And if the video is really good, you can immediately start out class talking about what we learned last night, as opposed to lecturing and teaching new material, okay? This is off of a school in Texas that did it, and what their change was in graduation rates and retention after, math and English after they went to the flipped class, and you can see that the failure rate went down. Now, we don't have that many kids failing in the first place, but it did have some benefits, okay? Some of the basics are to keep the video short, use a post-assessment like Todd asked about this morning to make sure that they watched it, and finally to make sure you have a reason to flip. If you're not doing a project, if you're not doing something engaging, if you're not doing something interactive the following lesson, then all you really did was give yourself time to sit in the back and play solitaire. That's not the objective. Although, I'm not saying play solitaire. You know what I'm saying. Okay? You want to make them like the flip. You want to make them like the idea that they're getting more time to work as a group or individual instruction, not just that they're listening to the video at home and doing all their homework here at school. Okay? I have 2 examples on how you could do it. Dan's doing his class tomorrow on the Moodle lesson module, so I'm not even showing that, but this is an assignment that's flipped with online text, where they watch this short video, and then at the end of it, they have to respond to these following 4 questions concerning that video. And there's no, I didn't mean to push play. There's no way to respond to these questions and guess, okay? What term describes the size and shape that he used in the video, okay? What does he say? What did he recommend? There's no way to answer these questions without watching that video. And then the other one that I've got on here is to embed it in a quiz, a Moodle quiz. I don't even have to grade this one. This is the opening to the quiz, is the video, and then they'll click that they want to enter the quiz, and they'll answer the 3 questions on that video. And it'll automatically grade it and enter in the grade book. The downside of these students, or the students without access, they can download the video, but they can't do the online assessment until they come in. But they have 2 interventions between when I assign it and when they're back in my class. So they definitely, for a 5 to 10 minute video, they should have time to get through that. And it's the end of the day. It's 1:20. I went 5 minutes over, but I had to go fast there at the end, and I apologize about that. Does anybody have any questions that they want me to answer right now?